If you thought Shakespeare's tragedies were intense, wait until you hear about a play where reincarnations, intertribal warfare, and ancestor spirits are just your average Tuesday. Today, we're diving into a play that'll make you feel like your family drama is no big deal. Let's take a trip to Mndika, a community where things were peaceful, until they weren't. The ancestors were chilling. Everything was fine. Until one day, neighbors turned on neighbors, like it was some twisted reality TV show. Fires, chaos, you name it. But don't worry. Then we meet Thori and Thoriwa, an old couple turned ancestral messengers, showing up to explain it all. And get this, they're pushing each other around in a wheelchair like it's a Sunday stroll. Nothing screams we've been through some stuff, like wheeling around your ex in a marketplace, right?
We've come back to warn you all. Don't let history repeat itself.
Yeah, but do I really have to do the talking? My back hurts.
Thori, this is serious.
Fine.
Thori and Thoriwa spill the tea on how everything went down years ago, explaining that Mgofu Ngoda and others were caught up in a tribal conflict so fiery, they literally got burnt to death. And now, they're back, kind of. Turns out, Mgofu has been reincarnated in the form of a newborn child. Because, why not add a baby to the mix? Fast forward to Kadesa's shrine where Mude, our resident messenger of doom, shows up at the crack of dawn. Picture this. Mude's like, "Hey Kadesa, guess what? The second madness is back. More fighting, more chaos, and we're probably all gonna need some protection. No big deal." Kadesa, with all the calm of someone who's seen it all, prays to the spirits, probably thinking, here we go again. Then, in comes Bisia, Kadesa's spear-wielding son. He spots Mude and, cue tension, thinks, who's this guy and why's he here? Guns are drawn, spears are brandished. It's like the old-fashioned version of a standoff. Luckily, Kadesa plays referee, introducing everyone like it's a weird family reunion. And just when you think things couldn't get more dramatic, there's a twist. Mgofu has been reborn, again. But the situation's so intense, even reincarnation isn't enough to cool down the brewing tribal madness. Now the plot thickens as we move into Act 2. Our new leader, Mwami Mhando, gets a report that Mgofu's doing well in exile. He's got 2 successful kids and one of them is really into international relations, like a future diplomat. Mhando decides, let's bring Mgofu back for a Remembrance Day bash. Because apparently nothing says healing old wounds like inviting the reincarnated version of your old seer to a party. But it's not all fun and games. There's talk of new leadership, title changes, and all sorts of political reshuffling. You know how it is. Leadership meetings where nothing is ever simple. Fast forward to Act 3, and we're back at Mgofu's shrine. 2 emissaries from Mndika arrive requesting the hero's return. Mgofu, still mourning the loss of Mwami Mhando's wife, whom he somehow knew had died, says, "Hold your horses, guys. Let me mourn for 14 days and then we'll talk about coming back." Because in Mndika, even spirits have busy schedules. Finally, the National Remembrance Day arrives and all eyes are on Mgofu. He gives an epic speech about unity, healing, and learning from the past. But then, in true dramatic fashion, Mgofu collapses. Don't worry though, he made his point before he hit the ground. The ancestors weren't messing around with this one. So what on earth have I been talking about? This whirlwind of reincarnations, tribal wars, and ancestor drama is The Return of Mgofu, a play by Francis Imbuga. Yeah, I know, I probably should have warned you about all the plot twists, but trust me, this one's worth it. If you like stories about conflict resolution, the legacy of leadership, and a little bit of ancestral magic thrown in, this is your book. Let's talk about what this play really delves into. Imbuga is known for mixing politics with culture and spirituality. This play is no different. The reincarnation of Mgofu Ngoda isn't just about mysticism. It symbolizes hope, the return of wisdom, and a second chance at healing a community torn apart by tribalism. What really strikes me is how the Return of Mgofu weaves together tradition and modernity. The spirits and the past still hold a strong influence over the present, but the younger generation, like Mgofu's daughter Nora, is pushing for change, for progress. There's this constant tension between honoring the past and creating a better future. Francis Imbuga, the playwright, was one of Kenya's finest literary minds. He was always able to highlight social issues through wit and profound cultural critique. In The Return of Mgofu, Imbuga explores how leadership and community must balance between honoring ancestral wisdom and moving forward, or risk repeating the same mistakes. So what do you think? Ready to dive into the madness of Mndika? I promise it's a gripping ride, and hey, maybe it'll make your next family gathering seem like a breeze. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the story. And if you've read The Return of Mgofu or any other of Imbuga's works, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, remember, sometimes we all need a little guidance from the ancestors. And please, no reincarnations during Remembrance Day. Just saying.